Hello, YouTubers. The new time travel Jaime 88. I'm back with another Doctor Who DVD review. And yes, we're still celebrating Doctor Who's 50th anniversary. So today, I'm doing another Colin Baker story. It's one of my favorites. It is Doctor Who, The Two Doctors. Yes, brilliant story. I love this episode. A great multi-doctor story. It's fantastic. This three-part story originally transmitted on February 16th through March 2nd, 1985. This story marks the return of Patrick Troughton as the Second Doctor and Frazer Hines as Jamie McCrimmon. The story begins inside the TARDIS. The Second Doctor and Jamie discovered they're on the space station Shamara in the third zone on the mission for the Time Lords. So, the Second Doctor has mentioned Vittorio wants to talk about graphology. So, the Time Lords has also installed a teleport control on the TARDIS. The Doctor explained that the station is a research facility and that they are being talked to Dastari, the head of the project. The TARDIS materialized in the station's kitchen when they meet Shockeye of the Crossing Grim, the station's cook. He is an androgon, a member of a primitive and the most talentedly ethical beast-style humanoid race, which act as the station's workforce. As they leave, they hear the TARDIS dematerialize. This is observed by Chenise, an androgon technologically augmented to mega genius level. Chenise has plans of her own evolving. Someone named Stike, who will be arriving in force soon. Once Shockeye's poison meal to the scientist takes effect, she had also taken possession of the Cosm Reminder module. The Doctor tells the story that the Time Lords want the time experiment of Kazi and Rimmers stop. The Time Lords have often policy of neutrality, so have them sent the exiled Doctor to maintain the ability. Dastari introduced Cassini, but the Doctor is skeptical to whether such augmentation can change Cassini's essence. Meanwhile, 3 Centaurian battlecruisers appear in the station before the station defense can be activated. Cassini incapacitates the technician and unopposed opens the docking bay doors. Back in the office, the Doctor warns the distortion of the Kaz-Remmer experiments are going on the verge of threatening a fabric of time. So, the Dastari grows faint and falls drugs stupor energy. The Doctor orders Jamie to run for his life as the Doctor surrendered to the Centaurians a level gun. Meanwhile, the Sixth Doctor and Perry on a peaceful fishing trip. When they return to the TARDIS, Perry is startled when the Sixth Doctor is suddenly collapsed. Just as back on the station, Jamie spies the Second Doctor in a glass chamber, writhing in agony as the Centaurians manipulate control of his TARDIS. The Sixth Doctor regains his strength and had vision of his second incarnation being put to death. So he decides to consult his old friend Dastari to see if he can help. The TARDIS materializes on the station, but the smell of decay and of death is anywhere. The station computer demands that the Doctor leave, and when he refuses, he tries to kill him and Perry by depressurizing the passageway. The Doctor managed to open the hatch to drag his unconscious companion through another section. The Doctor discovered the Starry Day Journal and a Time Lord object to Kazraz Remmer experiment, but refused to believe. Inside, Perry suggests someone is trying to mainframe the Time Lord and drive a wedge between them and a third zone government. They leave the office with enter the service stuff on their way to the control center before the computer succeeds to kill them. On Earth, Chesini, Shakai, and Centaurian Major Varro take possession of the Hispanic conquistador by killing his aged owner, Donna Arana. Val sets up a homing beacon for the Centaurian ship with Chesini aboard the knowledge of the old woman. Meanwhile, Perry is under attack inside the vent, so he discovered that it was Jamie, half Delurians, who's been hidden on the way. Jamie mourned that they killed the doctor, and under hypnosis and tell the sixth doctor what has transpired given the description. The doctor suddenly sees Perry in a glass tube. Then he saw the second doctor, Dastari, and the sixth doctor. He explained to Jamie and Perry that what Jamie saw was an illusion designed to make people believe that the doctor was dead, not further investigation. So, which means the second doctor is being held captive. So, the sixth doctor put himself in a telepathic trace and leads into Mexico. Meanwhile, they saw Oscar approach the real police box. The doctor and his companion are in plain clothes police officer, taking advantage of the mistake. The doctor asks Oscar to lead him to Helmecanda. That's a Spanish name. The story reveals his plan to decease the second doctor's cell structure to isolate his symbiotic nuclear and give them to Chesini. The second doctor protests that the barbaric underground nature will ability to time travel. This means will be no limit to the evil. The sixth doctor asks Perry to create the distraction inside. Once inside, the sixth doctor saw his second doctor. Meanwhile, inside, they went Shakai, been transformed using the same Andragon and turning the second doctor into an Andragon. They find a willing knife, but meanwhile, Jamie was captured by the Stike. So he stabs Stike with a leg with a concealed knife before it runs upstairs when they find the second doctor. While the sixth doctor and Jamie watch the hiding place, the second Time Lord is involved. So he implanted second doctor with Shakai's genetic material and tell himself. So, as Shakai and the second doctor walks into the restaurant to feed some different food, but into the Seville, they find the restaurant, Oscar's restaurant, ordering Antragon amounts of food. Unfortunately, the man to pay Shakai, he stabs Oscar just the sixth doctor and the others arrive. It was too late. Oscar was died. The second doctor returned back to normal and they find that they had been surrendered. Chesini and Dastari found an embolizer on the sixth doctor to tell him where is it. So, Chesini ties the second and the sixth doctor to work with Perry to help free himself and first save Jamie before he encounters Shakai in the kitchen and wounds him with a knife. But he finds an Oscar pack of Synelite killing jars. Shakai was smothered and he said, "You've been just deserved." He see the doctor's blood. He started licking. He's fine. As the second doctor comes to the end, she kills Dastarly, the second doctor, and Perry. But Jamie throws a knife at her wrist and making her drop the gun. The module exploded and mechanically disintegrating, turning back to Andragon in death. So at the end, the second Doctor used a Stamina remote control to summon his TARDIS. He and Jamie say goodbye and leave. As the sixth Doctor and Perry make their way back to their own TARDIS, the Doctor tells her from now on will be healthy vegetarian for both of them. This marks the last appearances of Patrick Troughton on television. Sadly, Troughton died in 1987 from a heart attack. So, my thoughts of of Doctor Who, the two Doctors. Great story, well directed. It's not a classic. It's all right. I give this story 10 out of 10. Great story. Let's take a look at the DVD covers. Here's the second Doctor, the sixth Doctor, Stike, the old BBC logo, the Colin Baker years, 1984 and 1986, 2-disc set. Here's the spine, the back. We have DVD audio commentary by actors Colin Baker, Nicola Bryant, Fraser Hines, Jacqueline Pierce, and director Peter Moffat. A Fix with Centaurians with Colin Baker and Janet Fielding from Jim'll Fix It. Behind the Sofa, Robert Holmes and Doctor Who, Beneath the Light, Beneath the Sun, Adventures in Time and Spain, Waverly, Music Options, so forth. Here's Disc 1 and Disc 2 of the two Doctors. When this story aired in New Zealand in 1989, they edited it into a 6-part story. It also used the same thing on YTV. That's it for this review. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, this is the new Time Travel Jaime88 saying goodbye for now.